Over the past decade, I've reviewed a huge number of dash cams, everything from budget models to high-end installations with the best HDR, 4K and 2K resolution capabilities. Now, personally, I prefer dual setups, front and rear-facing cameras. I don't mind if there's an interior cam thrown in too. I've tested plenty of those. One name that consistently shows up in my reviews is Vantrue. Based in Hong Kong, they've been around since about 2015. One of their early successes was the N4, which has seen several upgrades since then. I've tested a number of their internal and external dashcam combinations, and a couple of years ago I reviewed the Vantrue Element 2, a 2-camera kit front and rear. It looked like a chunky little action cam, mounted securely using a secure bracket that made it easy to remove and reattach. I was impressed with its resolution, ease of installation, and overall performance. In fact, it even picked up an IF Design Award, if you can believe that. Now, I recently did a video looking back at the Element 2 and just how much I appreciated it. Until very recently, it was still my daily dashcam. So, why did I stop using it? Well, I've been spending time with the newer Element E1 Pro from Vantrue. It's a much more compact unit, again, very action cam-like, and it uses the same excellent mounting system as the Element 2. That's a real plus because, let's be honest, nobody enjoys installing dashcams. To be fair, I think we're overdue some kind of standardized mounting system that car manufacturers could include as default front and rear PowerPoint standard mounts, make the whole process easier. But until then, we're stuck tucking wires behind trim and under mats to keep things neat and safe. Now, the Element 1 Pro comes with everything you need to install it. A standard mounting kit, anti-static sheet, USB-C data cable, power cable, in-car charging adapter, optional hard wiring kit, a microSD card, also optional, a CPL filter, that's circular polarizing lens, which cuts down on glare, and even a little plastic lever to help route cables, and some adhesive clips to keep them tucked away. It also ships with a surprisingly decent manual. This is a 4K dashcam with a 158-degree wide-angle lens and a Sony IMX678 8-megapixel CMOS sensor. It uses Vantrue's Plate Pix technology, optimized for reading number plates, which is handy for insurance disputes or recording traffic incidents. HDR, that's high dynamic range, is standard in dashcams these days and improves night vision considerably. Incidentally, this thing is tiny, just 1.73 inches square, and it weighs only less than a quarter of a pound. That's only a bit bigger than a dollar coin. Inside, it's powered by a dual-core CPU and supports up to 1 terabyte of microSD storage, which is plenty for a single camera setup, even for 4K. Multiple recording options are also supported, from full footage with volume to reduced frame rate, which helps you maximize the storage. It has built-in GPS, that's in the mount, and it also supports Vantrue's LTE module for mobile connectivity. It features a 5 GHz Wi-Fi for use with their free app too, which lets you download footage straight to your phone. Now, if there is one thing that drives me mad with most dashcams, it is the interface, the tiny buttons and the confusing menus, and these days I need to swap glasses to read a display that truly seems, well, microscopic. Thankfully, Vantrue's app gives you full control over the E1 Pro's settings, which makes setup and footage transfer a whole lot easier. So, whether you're submitting evidence to law enforcement or filing an insurance claim or just uploading something you've driven past onto YouTube, people do that, this app's got you covered. The E1 Pro also features smart voice control, 24/7 parking mode, that's with the hard wiring kit, and a readout of trip statistics like mileage. That said, the voice control could use some work. Okay, so the Vantrue E1 Pro has some useful voice control options, and after having used it for a few weeks, I am struggling with how these commands work, basically. As you can see, there is a good selection of voice tools there. So I could say, take photo. I could say video start, turn on audio, turn on screen. Any number of these will work, but I'm finding it a little unreliable, to say the least. So, in my experience so far, I have had success with take photo. But apparently not today. Take a photo. There we go. Save video. Turn screen off. Turn display off. So this is the problem I'm having. It is picking up some of my commands, but not all of them. Take a photo. Take photo generally works, but there's also a problem if I'm not able to say take photo, which it hasn't worked that time. For example, if I'm distracted or if I haven't seen something and someone riding with me wants to say take photo, record video, save video, turn screen on, turn display on. Yeah, the voice controls unfortunately do seem to be unreliable. Now, you might say, well, you've got quite a strange accent, Christian. I haven't heard that English accent before. If you were, watching in the United States or Australia or maybe a part of Europe. Now, I'm from North Yorkshire. We don't talk like this in North Yorkshire, though. We talk like this in North Yorkshire, and it can get quite broad. And if I were to say record video in this voice or take photo or whatever, I wouldn't expect it to work. Which is why I'm speaking in my more clearer telephone video voice to the dash cam, and it still isn't take photo working reliably, which is a shame because I really like this dash cam. Another downside is that while the Element 1 Pro uses the same mounting system as the Element 2, there's no option to add a rear camera. Vantrue's workaround is to install a second E1 Pro, powered either by a portable battery bank or through another hardwiring kit. Now, sure, having 4K at both ends of your car is amazing, but I wish they offered a version with front and rear cameras in the same kit. For me, as someone who needs both views, this is kind of a deal breaker. But if you're only after a front-facing camera, this is an excellent choice. As you'll see in the footage clips, the 4K quality is top tier. If I didn't already have a full dual camera Vantrue system, I'd be using the Element 1 Pro full time right now. As it is, I need a dual cam system, but if you're in the market for an easy to use 4K dashcam with a solid app and your budget is tight, the Element 1 Pro is an affordable option that records everything you need on every trip you go on. You'll find links to the Element 1 Pro in the description, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I'll be back with a new video for you soon. Until then, take it easy.